Hi, my name is Ashish Kumar. I am the Global Head of Cloud Business at Coforge. Cloud and infrastructure space is rapidly evolving, especially in the AI era. Now, with the advent of Agentic AI, with the advent of Deterministic AI, the traditional model of cloud operations is rapidly changing. We at Coforge are very proud to use EvolveOps.AI to introduce cutting-edge technologies at every aspect of resiliency in cloud and infrastructure operations. When we talk of resiliency, we really talk about mission zero. That means zero disruption, zero friction, and zero touch operations for the client's environment. So EvolveOps solves three complex problems that we have in any IT operations: fragmented data, siloed operations, and lack of real-time decisioning. Now, when we talk about EvolveOps, it essentially consumes all the telemetry data that clients may have from all sources in the raw form. That's the fundamental and foundation of how we build the operational fabric. Number two, it has a purpose-built small language model that gives the context and the reasoning layer. Finally, the most important, it has a deployment model where AI agents can be deployed either in the full autonomous operations mode or it can be deployed for amplification of human engineers. And that's the fundamentals of how we deliver zero touch, zero disruption, zero friction operations for client environment. So, adoption of AI ops in IT operation is actually no different from adopting AI in any part of the businesses. Fundamentally, just like in the business usage of AI, we have the same challenge in IT operations. Data silos are the number one challenge for an IT operations business today. Number two challenge is governance of AI models. How do you ensure that the biases are eliminated and governed? How do you ensure that your models are being tested with the same trust framework that applies to your business? And finally, the most fundamental challenge that we have, every enterprise has a skills gap today in AI. And these are the three problems that we try to solve by bringing a platform that can ingest any sort of data, provides the control and governance that enterprise needs without being worried about AI skills in the enterprises. And that's the promise that we believe will be a foundational for transforming any companies, any clients of ours who are going on an AI ops journey. So before I talk about Coforge's EvolveOps, in general, AI ops has evolved a lot in the last 3 years. What used to be a rule-based deterministic system has become more generative. And same applies to Coforge's EvolveOps.AI. However, there are three things that makes it very different, very unique. And this is something that our clients have told us. Number one, our EvolveOps.AI actually can ingest any telemetry data that client has already invested. It just ingests all data just like we'll ingest from any data pipeline. So that makes us unique. We can integrate with their ITSM system. We can take their raw feed from the technology that they might have in the cloud or on-prem. And it can also take process data from their event management systems. Number two, it is not built on general purpose LLMs, large language models. It is built on purpose-built SLMs, small language models. That makes it much more modular, much more contextual, and much more faster at a lowest cost possible. And finally, what I believe is the most distinguished feature of EvolveOps.AI is it allows agents to be deployed the way clients would like to use. Whether they want to use it in the full autonomous operations mode or whether they want to use this to amplify their human engineers, it can be deployed in both modes. And that makes the EvolveOps.AI of Coforge a unique proposition for our clients. The reasoning comes from the context. Most of our AI agents are context aware. As I mentioned, we train our AI agents on a purpose-built context and data sets. For example, it uses context just like if I'm a network engineer or if I'm a command center engineer, I would be looking at the telemetry data, I would be looking at the ITSM data, I would be looking at the raw data feeds coming from the cloud assets. Our agents are trained exactly on the same models as like a human engineer gets trained on. Number one. Number two, we are talking about an ability to promote an AI agents to be working on an autonomous mode versus using them into an amplification mode for a human agent. And that's the reasoning power that we can essentially deploy based on how well and how deterministic our outcomes are from each AI agent's actions. So EvolveOps.AI is obviously, as you mentioned, works with all the hyperscalers. But what we are seeing a recent trend is that most of the clients are going for sovereign cloud, which is predominantly driven by the need for the data and the privacy. Now, our solution is also scalable, modular, that can be deployed on a private cloud AI infrastructure validated by NVIDIA. So therefore, for us and our ability to deploy this in the hyperscaler private cloud or on-prem private cloud is extremely possible. But I would go one step further. In fact, we have built our solutions to be deployed on the edge. What we believe the future of AI is really when AI models are deployed on the edge where the real-time decisions are to be made. That is true for the business operation, that is also true for IT operations. So our solution is built in a way that it can be deployed in hyperscalers, big environments. It can be deployed in sovereign control environment. It can also be deployed on the edge AI infrastructure validated by NVIDIA. So very modular. Now I would say this is an evolving space, and therefore the name EvolveOps.AI. We are evolving each day. What used to be our version 1 6 months back has evolved to a space that we are able to provide the agentic ability at all the three possible options, which is hyperscaler, sovereign cloud, on the edge cloud. And the sky is the limit in the future.